What if you would have a role in Songs aus der Bohne or another project of Julian Bam?
Hey, yo, what the?
Mind these short shorts. Feels like it's been a minute. You guys have a lot of questions for me, so let's not waste any time. A day ago, I asked you guys to ask me anything, literally anything. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of questions because most of my posts don't get a lot of engagement, but you guys have been very active recently. We've been getting a lot of traction thanks to you guys. I mean, the family's getting a lot bigger. So, first question. I'm right now for 6 weeks in Santa Barbara, California, and was really shocked about the prices for food and all-day supplies in grocery stores. Do you have any idea why the prices are so much higher than in Germany or other countries? Example, one bag of Doritos costs about $4 or $5. What? In Germany, I would have to pay $2, maybe even $3. One normal deodorant costs $9. One normal deodorant. In Germany, it's maybe $3 or $4. Best, max. I have an answer for you. California is expensive, my guy. Expensive. You know how you hear about all those YouTubers and celebrities move in droves to California? Well, it's not because things are cheap. It's because there's a lot of connections you can make out there and whatnot. State taxes are through the roof. So things that would normally be cheaper in other states and in the United States of America or even other countries are going to be twice the price. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. People who do their own personal business out there or whatever, they have to pay an arm, a leg, and probably a goat sacrifice to survive. Next question. I'm going to be answering all of these questions, so if you thought this was going to be a short video, you might want to click off of this. What were the 2 most defining moments in your life? I got kicked out when I was 14. That was a huge defining moment of my life. If I had not gotten kicked out when I was 14, I literally would not be where I'm at today. So I would say the 2 most defining moments of my life were me getting kicked out of my house at 14 and joining the military. I joined the military like almost 9 years ago. 9 years ago? Woo! I'm getting old, man. Yes, I'm still in the military for those that have that as a question. Of all the conspiracy theories, which one do you find the most credible? I think the most credible conspiracy theory would be that we're all in a simulation.
Oh, what the fuck?
I hear that one a lot, and that one's believable because I feel like the one thing that all of us have in common, all of us, no one truly knows what happens when your lights are turned out permanently, if you catch my drift, okay? I feel like maybe The Matrix, the movie, was kind of onto something. Out of all the conspiracy theories, that's the one that I feel like might be the most credible. I feel like once the lights turn off, we wake up in actual reality. Do you have an idol or have some people that inspired you in big ways? Can be a real person or a fictional character. Wow, interesting question. When I started reacting to Julian Bam, he was one of the many YouTubers that inspired me. Idols currently, Corey Kenshin, if you guys don't know who he is, look him up. He's an amazing YouTuber. Julian Bam, high quality content. He has a team around him, and that's what I thought was very interesting. He's able to do incredible things because he has a very tight team. On the opposite end, Corey Kenshin is an amazing individual that does everything by himself, and he takes random breaks. Those two are I'd say my top 2 most inspirational YouTubers. What was your first car you owned and how did you get it? Were you happy about it or disappointed? Liebe deine videos. Well, my first car was a 2008 Buick LaCrosse Supra. I'll probably throw an image up on here. I was in the gym one day, right? I was working out, late night gym session, and one of my friends, he was getting ready to leave to go move to Orlando. He was actually looking for someone to buy his car from him, and I had never owned a vehicle before. Well, I actually hadn't even had my driver's license at that point. I got my driver's license because my friend at the gym sold me his vehicle. He's like, bro, if you'll buy it off me, I will help you get your driver's license. Because I really didn't have any motivation or any reason to get a driver's license. People were driving me all over the place. I would pay however much people asked me to pay them for to drive me from my dorm room to my job on base, right? He actually took time out of his day on his free time. He would always call me. He would always hit me up. We spent a lot of time practicing driving and stuff like that. I did my permit test. I did my behind the wheel test, the actual driving test. I got my license. It was amazing. And then I wound up buying his car off of him for $8,000 actually. I'll never forget that. I took out a loan, so I had to make payments for a long time. I was very happy with the vehicle. It was a luxury vehicle. He installed a catalytic converter in it. I don't know what that thing does. I do know that the car was loud. And the Buick LaCrosse, let me let you know, like I said, it's a luxury car, but it's supercharged. That's where the super and the name comes from. I recently watched your World War II video. How was the war taught in your school? You said everything was bad until we came. In our history class, the American played a role, but they definitely were not the reason Germany had been defeated. This is how they teach World War II in American schools, at least in the school that I went to. We briefly covered why World War II started. We very briefly covered why World War I started. That was not clear at all. I think there was one paragraph in our textbooks about how World War I started, but World War II, let's get into that. The focal point was always Germany. There were three things they highlighted for World War II. They highlighted Pearl Harbor, and they highlighted Germany doing their heinous shiznit over there and whatnot. Our revengeance on Japan. It was basically Japan attacks America, America enters the chat. Oh wait, there's something going on over there with Germany trying to take on the world again. Global domination. That can't happen. So of course America pops on over there, but then, oh wait, we also have to enact revenge on Japan. Japan surrender. No. Okay, drop the first son. Boom. Japan surrender. No. All right, drop the second son. Boom. Japan surrender. We have a third son. All right, so they surrendered. That's basically how they taught the war here in America. What if you would have a role in Songs aus der Bohne or another project of Julian Bam? That would be amazing. Actually, if I'm being completely transparent with you guys, I have something planned with him. I can't say what it is, but there is something that I think you guys will like for sure. It won't be what you're expecting. How were your grades in school? Did you have a favorite subject? My grades were great. Let me clarify that. When I first started in school, my grades were mediocre, and then they were horrible. And when I hit 7th grade, I was like 12 years old. I started watching this anime. You guys might know it. Death Note. I was obsessed with that show. I don't know what clicked, but I was obsessed with that show, and I was actually very inspired by the fact that the main character was as smart as he was. So I'm like, I want to get straight A's. He has perfect scores. I want to get perfect scores. So oddly enough, from that point going forward, I had perfect scores because of an anime. Favorite subject though was art. I've always been an artist. Actually, I have a few pieces of art on my iPad. See that? Yeah, boy, your boy, you know, like did a little thing, man. Are you sometimes afraid a coconut will fall on your head? I sure would be. I'm not. What do you think about the new trend in Korea where the women should be slim as hell? That's not a new trend. I was actually in Korea in 2017 to 2018. That's always been a thing. That's a part of their culture. Koreans are tiny. I'm not gonna lie. Koreans are tiny people. And one thing about that culture, it's westernized as hell. The women especially and the men, but definitely the women out there want to be as white as humanly possible. Honestly, if they could be this color, they would. And then on top of that, they want to be built like this, like that, super tiny. You know what I mean? The average woman out there, I would venture to say weighs like, I'd say 45 kilos, maybe 40 kilos, 42-ish kilos. They're tiny. I'm telling you, their version of fat is anything over 50 kilos. That's literally their culture. Can you name all 50 states? Arizona, Arkansas, Alabama, Oklahoma, Illinois, Kentucky, Colorado, Michigan, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Texas. I'm not sure if I said that already. New Mexico, Florida, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alaska. That's about it. I could only name 20 off the top of my head. What is your favorite movie of all time? The Departed, featuring Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and Mark Wahlberg. Not gonna spoil what it's about, but you should definitely watch it if you haven't. What do you think about American politics? And can you react to a video of Rob Bubel who talks about this theme in German? First of all, to answer your first question, I think American politics is dog water. Bad. Two basic things. Right now, I feel like we've hit probably the worst point of politics ever in the history of politics. The political parties are divided in a way where it's either you are non-skin color friendly and anti-Semitic and you're all about certain kind of supremacy on the extreme side of the right wing, you know, and on the left side, you want handouts and you hate authority and you want to take from the rich. Obviously, most people lean to the left because the left has a lot more relatable ideals, but there's a lot of ideals over there that just whoop, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the most extreme thing each party is associated with is what you now represent when you represent that party, so it sucks. Can you imagine living in Germany? Yeah, I wouldn't live there for my entire life at all. There's already a lot of things that I feel like I would have problems with. Not a whole lot of things, but enough for me to be like, I want to go back to America, bro. But I definitely want to live there for at least a few years and then get a good feel and see if my mind changes. Which star do you want to meet? Julian Bam. Wie schätzt du dich selbst bis jetzt mit deinem Deutschsein? I would rate myself a 2. A solid 2. I understand the bare basics of speaking German, man. I can understand the bare basics of people speaking to me, and I can pick out a slightly more complex words, but it is so all over the place. How would you guys rate my German? I barely speak German on the channel. What kind of music do you like? I like everything except for country music. What's the name of your intro song? Or is it a short beat you created? Please upload the song. Actually, I don't have a name for the intro song, and I might upload it. You guys really like that intro, huh? I've been getting a lot of compliments on the intro. I don't know how to express it in English. There is no adequate translation. I followed your videos for 2 or 3 years, and as a German, I'm really curious how your travel to Germany will be. But through the years, you evolve some kind of Fremdscham for Americans and their view on the world. I don't mean it in an awkward or insulting way, not cringe, more in the way of why are we wondering that they see us in that way when we act like that. So I think what this user is saying is over the years I've developed from being interested in Germany to also having a third eye open to how the world views Americans, and me suffering some secondhand embarrassment from the way that the world views us. I've had experiences traveling overseas where I still had some secondhand embarrassment, and I'm not better than anyone. I want to, like, you know, let that be known. I'm not better than anyone, but I feel like the way that most Americans carry themselves overseas, man, is oof. And also the perception we have as a country to other countries is also very oof. Understandable, right? It's not ideal. Obviously, other countries also have some big oofs. Germany has some huge oofs. So does like a bunch of other countries. Every country does. However, me being from America, I kind of go hard when it comes to criticizing my own country. Not that I want to move or leave or da-da-da. I do want to see the rest of the world, and that requires me to leave, so of course. But I think that we definitely are, you know, we need some criticism, man. We need some criticism. We need to criticize ourselves and improve a little bit. Favorite German or Swiss food? My favorite German food is Käsespätzle, bro, hands down. And then my favorite Swiss food is Swiss cheese. That's a basic answer, but anyways. What happened when Pinocchio says my nose grows? Well, that's not a lie. I don't get it. Well, if he's saying it about his own nose, and that means he recently told a lie and he's acknowledging that his nose is growing. What is the one thing you're afraid of? The one thing that I'm afraid of is being homeless. I was in a situation as a teen where I was for a little bit, and it was the worst experience in my entire life. Scarred me for a while. Yeah, that's my biggest fear. I work really hard to make sure that I never find myself in a position like that. Anybody else afraid of being homeless? Because that's, whew. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No. Is it? Which graphics card do you own? A 3090. Can you react to mass shootings? There was the last times in the US. I don't think I'm gonna react to that, bro. What is my opinion on woke culture? I feel like the concept is in the right direction, but wrong execution. It's being shoved down so many people's throats that it's actually desensitizing everyone from the woke culture, hence the meme of woke culture. Favorite anime character? Itachi. A lot of people love Itachi, but that's also why I wear the headband. What's my favorite video from my channel? I forced my American friends to try German beer and food. This video here was me showing my friends this German restaurant, this local German restaurant that I've been to before. Ate there and stuff. My friends really loved this. So like, we're all in the military. We're at the same first base together, and they both got stationed at this base with me, so it was really cool. We wound up getting together and going to the beach, and then that's where he met like people who knew me off my YouTube channel, like, oh my gosh, like it's the YouTuber. Us at the beach kind of vibing and stuff like that and whatever. Very good memories. Very, very good memories. Also, I have a hole in my shirt. Don't mind me. Was kannst du alles auf Deutsch sagen? Ich kann sagen auf Deutsch, dass ich liebe dich, Bruder. When were you the most reckless? I think between the ages 19 and 22. I was absolutely reckless. Partying all the time, arguing all the time. I was hot-headed, very, very cocky. Yeah. Did you read my message suggesting a trip route for your Germany trip? I think I might have read it. I'll have to look through my messages. Was it sent on Discord? Do you exchange your US passport for my German one? No. What is the song that defines your generation? Don't Like by Chief Keef. Do you want to have more kids? And if so, when? Well, no. How could stupid things like atoms build intelligent life? I don't know. Have you heard of the Robin Schulz's newest song, Miss You? He stole it from a German newcomer, South Star. He's getting a lot of hate at the moment. What do you think about this? Robin Schulz stole this from this man. And it's not even like a pitched version or whatever. Robin Schulz stole this song from South Star. South Star, you better get a lawyer team ready, bro. Sue his ass. Do you pack over 7 inches? Ask my wife. Will you check out or listen to the German right-wing music scene like the band Absurd, for example? No. Wer hat das Gras weggeraucht? I honestly don't even know, bro. But it's probably Snoop Dogg. That dude be rauching on hella green, you know? Do I like football? Yes. I don't follow sports, though. Have I ever smoked Deutsch Green? No. Willst du irgendwann in Deutschland leben? Do I want to eventually live in Germany? Yes. Not permanently, but yes, I definitely do want to live in Germany, at least to experience it, because I do have a feeling the more that I visualize what my experience will be, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of how that's going to turn out. Have I ever been to Germany before? No, I have not been to Germany. That green or liquor, hands down. I feel like I don't even really drink that much, so it would take me like maybe a shot and I'll feel it. Israel or Palestine? Keine Ahnung. I don't really know, bro. Did you forget to blank again? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know what the blank is. How are you? I'm doing very well. A little confused with the direction of the channel, but happens, you know? Will I be in a Julian Bam video? Eventually. Yes! What is my favorite anime? Currently, Attack on Titan. Best story, hands down. React to an Ungespielt video, maybe? Yeah, sure, I guess. I think I've tried to react to Ungespielt before. He's a cool dude. The next question is literally a question mark. Do you like Among Us? Actually, I do. I did for a while. I kind of don't play it anymore. And no particular reason why. I think I just got bored. Next question. Do you know Eisenhutenstadt? I don't, but let's do some research and find out. Eisenhutenstadt is a town in the Oder Spree district of the state of Brandenburg, Germany, on the border with Poland. East Germany founded the city in 1950. It is known as Stalinstadt between 1953 and 1961. I might have this wrong, but I'm assuming that this is one of the first places inhabited by the Soviet Union when there was the split between East and West Germany. Do you have a girlfriend? I actually have a whole wife, sir. The next question is anything, question mark? Anything. Last question. Do I like pig on pizza? If you mean pork, yeah, why not? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Q&A, and I think I'll end this video off with something very interesting for you all. I want to give you guys more of myself on this channel. I feel like I haven't done that as much recently. I've been pumping out videos and stuff on different topics I think you guys might like, which is actually really cool too, but I also want to show you guys slices of myself on the channel as well. So instead of talking about it like I am now, I'm going to just do it. Love you guys, man, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for the questions. Hopefully you enjoyed the answers. Peace.